Okay, so we've shown you how a player's turn will work. Now we're going to show you how what we call the NPC turns work. The NPC turn generally stands for non-player character. In a video game aspect, this would be where the computer acts as an artificial intelligence controlling the other units, such as enemies aboard this station would be. We don't have a computer, so what we did is we decided that players playing the game can actually act as the AI and have their own NPC turn. So at the end of any player's turn, say for instance, the Soul Terrace just finished their turn and all their movements and actions are done. What happens next is the players sitting to their left will get the chance to control any infected and SDMKs that are aboard the station. What they'll do is roll a die 6, and that number will tell them how many they can choose in any combination of these units. We roll a 2, so that will give this player's chance to control up to 2 units. For this video, we'll show you how controlling an infected works and controlling an SDMK works. You can do these in either order. First, we'll choose an infected, and we're going to attack this operations unit right here. The infected have a movement of 8, so they're clearly going to make range, and we'll move 1, 2, 3 hexes to get adjacent. Now we can declare melee combat. For the Soul Terrace, their defense is a 4, and their melee skill is a 5. They're going to try and attack back and take a chance. Now that that's decided, the player controlling the infected will roll a die. He got a 3. Add that to the infected's melee skill of 6, and that makes a total of 9. Now the operations unit has a melee of 5, but the leader's in play, so that will add +1 to the die roll, making this a 6 to start. Plus the die roll of 4 makes this a 10. The 10 actually beats the 9. So the Soul Terrace will win this round of melee combat, and the impact glaze will do 2 damage to the infected, killing this unit off. Now let's try this again, but let's see what happens when he rolls a lower amount. We rolled a 2. Now the Soul Terrace have a melee of 5, plus the 1 from the leader is a 6, plus 2 equals 8. That's below the infected score, so the infected wins melee combat. The infected are carrying infector barbs, and the damage roll for these, on a 1 to 2, it does nothing. There's no effect. On a 3 to 4, they'll do 2 damage. On a 5, they'll do 4 damage. And on a 6, they'll infect the unit they're attacking, and that unit will immediately become an infected unit themselves. Let's see what happens. We rolled a 2, so there's no effect. After that, you'll flip over the unit you used. That way, this unit can't be used by another player this round. At the end of the round, after all players have gone, all of these units will be flipped back over so they can be used again for the next round. This player still has 1 unit left to control on the NPC turn. So he's going to use the SDMK unit, and he's going to shoot at the leader. The SDMKs have a weapon called phasic arbalators. The range on that is a 10. So they don't need to move to get in range to shoot, so they'll choose to shoot first. The ballistic score for the SDMK is a 6, so we'll add a die roll to that. 3 plus 6 equals 9. So the Soul Terrace has to at least tie the 9 to defend this. They have a defense of 4. The leader adds a +1, so that brings it up to a 5, so they only need to roll a 4 or higher. They rolled a 1, so they failed. The SDMK successfully made an attack. The damage chart for the phasic arbalator weapon is 1 through 5 equals 2 damage. On a 6, they'll phase the unit to a prison cell and incarcerate them. Let's see what happens. 2 only gives 2 damage. So this Soul Terrace would go to its chart and mark off 1 armor, as they start with 1 armor, and then it will take 1 damage that's remaining and take that directly to its health. Check the next video and we'll show you more complex gameplay.